A lot of people think that I should do King Leonidas from the movie 300 for episode 300, but there's a small issue. I hate that movie. I don't dislike the movie. I hate the movie. I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I definitely don't want a special episode on my channel to be focused on a movie I dislike, from a director I dislike, based on a comic I dislike. Just doesn't sound like my cup of tea. You really don't want to watch me do that either, because I wouldn't do a very good job of pushing that down. Anyway, I still want to build a hoplite for people who want the hoplite flavor. Sword, shield, I get the appeal. I'm just gonna do a better hoplite. So we're not building a generic hoplite. We're building the best hoplite. We're building Speedwagon.
The name is Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to rock the sword and the shield because you're from Sword and Shield. Mostly sword. Next, we need a ton of critical hits. After all, that is how you go from a far to a sir. Finally, we'll do it all with our abs out. Farfetch'd don't wear any clothes, they're noble knights, but they're still birds. You ever try to put a sweater on a pelican? For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Strength will be number 1. You need to absolutely break your enemies down. There's a reason Speedwagon became the leader of the team. Dexterity next. If you're not wearing armor, you need this for some decent defense. Constitution after that. Getting stabbed is bad. This will keep you alive. Follow that up with wisdom. You interact with other Pokemon pretty well, except for a Scavalier, that rat bastard. Charisma is a bit low. You're chivalrous, but you can only say your own name. Also, don't do that. I'm not telling you you're allowed to do that. Don't tell your DM I said you can do that. We're gonna dump intelligence though. Your special attack is bad, but you don't need it with your giant sword. Finally, we get to be an Aarakocra, except they can fly and they have claws, and Farfetch'd can't and doesn't, so we'll use custom lineage, letting us grab a feat like Piercer for +1 strength and the ability to re-roll damage die once per round of piercing damage, and add an extra damage die when you critically hit with piercing damage. Farfetch'd have sharpened their leek to be something akin to a rapier or a spear. The rapier does more damage one-handed, but a spear can be thrown. Pick whichever one you want. I think the rapier is more accurate. Bump your strength to 18 with your 2 free points. Take animal handling for your skill of choice, and take the knight background for history and persuasion. History seems a little weird, but Farfetch'd does have a better understanding of historical events than, say, I don't know, Frank Miller. We'll kick things off as a fighter. For 2 skills from the fighter list, like athletics and perception, you hit hard and have the eyes of an eagle, or at the very least, a duck. For your fighting style, dueling lets you add 2 to the weapon of a damage you're using one-handed, and you can use this with a shield. You just can't two-hand it. It would be really useful if a big group of Farfetch'd were giving each other half cover with their shields, poking their spears out, but that's more of a phalanx move. We're referencing a lot of Gen 8 Pokemon this video. You can also use Second Wind to recover 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action, eating a little berry before you stop yourself from being buried in the ground. Second level fighters get Action Surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn. Once per short rest, you could hit 2 different Pokemon with this swing. It's brutal. Brutal swing is a great way to get a lot of crits very fast so that you can evolve into Farfetch'd, just so you know. Third level fighters can focus their energy as a champion, letting you critically hit with a 19 or a 20, and since you get extra damage from crits with the Piercer feat, you get extra excitement from a crit twice as often. Fourth level fighters get an ability score improvement. Cap off your strength right away to make sure that you're breaking everyone down like a brave bird. Remember, just because you're using a finesse weapon like a rapier doesn't mean you actually have to use your dexterity modifier for the attack rolls. You can still use your strength, and of course you can use the strength for the spear. Fifth level fighters get an extra attack for 2 attacks instead of 1 with your action, 4 with an action surge, and a doubled chance to crit with all of those. Keep in mind the Piercer feat only lets you reroll 1 attack's damage per turn, but you can get the extra damage die on every critical hit. You'll probably eventually get 2 critical hits in the same round with this build. That's the kind of wild shenanigans we're going for. At this point though, I would like to buff our defenses without armor, so we're going to jump over to Barbarian. This will give you unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifier when you're not wearing armor, which is currently 13 or 15 with a shield. Unlike Monk unarmored defense, you can still use a shield. With Barbarian unarmored defense, it's just better if you want to go abs out but still have a shield. Sure, you do have the strength for heavy armor, but you can't rage while you're using heavy armor. And rage lets you truly dance with swords, giving you extra damage with strength-based attacks, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage for your iron defense, and advantage on strength checks and saves to lift stuff. I can't make a reference to a Pokemon move with that one. Strength. The move Strength. Oh my god. I just realized that in the recording. Each rage lasts for a minute per day, so basically just one Pokemon battle if you want to set up a little bit. You can still rage in medium armor, but that's not in character. Second level Barbarians get Reckless Attack, letting you make your attacks with advantage, but you give your enemies advantage on attacks against you, which is understandable if you engage in close combat. You also get Danger Sense, giving you advantage on dexterity saving throws against traps you can see. I like this, even if you don't resist fire damage, your special defense is pretty good. This raises your resistance to fire attacks, since a lot of them are dexterity saves, without raising your offensive abilities. It's kinda nice. Third level Barbarians get to choose a primal path, and hey, we're actually not going to be investing much more in Barbarian, so it seems stinky to miss the 20th level fighter capstone of another extra attack. But if we go Berserker Barbarian, you can Frenzy to make a weapon attack as a bonus action while you're raging, effectively giving you another extra attack for 3 minutes a day. When your rage is over, you'll take a level of exhaustion, but those go away on a long rest, so just pop into a Pokemon Center and you're good to go. Now we can bounce back to Fighter for an ability score improvement, and folks at home, invest in your Constitution. It's going to raise your HP and your AC. But for Farfetch'd, who actually has pretty low HP, bump your dexterity and get better sleight of hand, I guess. It's just AC and better dexterity saving throws. 7th level champions are remarkable athletes, letting you add half your proficiency bonus to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you're not proficient with. This does include initiative rolls if you want to use a quick claw for better initiative. You can also add your strength modifier to the distance of a running long jump. Your wings are a little bit busy holding weapons to let you fly, but I'm guessing your hollow bones will still help you jump. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Keep pushing that dexterity modifier higher for better AC, now 17 with a shield, so it's finally as good as wearing medium armor, but not wearing medium armor and a shield. We're getting there, I promise. Pokemon are all about patience. It's turn-based fighting. 9th level fighters get Indomitable, letting you reroll a failed saving throw once per long rest. Pair that with Danger Sense and your solid dexterity score, and you should be able to just throw that shield up to avoid any damage from fireballs. 10th level champions can grab another fighting style. Protection lets you use your reaction to impose disadvantage on someone attacking a creature within 5 feet of you. This is where the Farfetch'd get the true Phalanx pattern going. 11th level fighters get another extra attack for 3 attacks per round, up to 6 with an action surge. All of those get advantage with your reckless attacks and improved critical. You're not guaranteed to critically hit, but holy moly, you got pretty good odds. 12th level fighters get another ability score improvement or a feat. We're actually going to grab the Resilient feat for dexterity, raising the score by 1 and giving you proficiency with dexterity saving throws. That means it won't raise your modifier just yet, but don't worry, we'll be getting another ability score improvement pretty soon. Fighters are kind of ridiculous like that. 13th level fighters get another use of Indomitable. Spoiler alert for the Sword and Shield Nuzlocke on Tulok and Mango, go watch it, upper right hand corner, but Farfetch'd is one of the few Pokemon to make it to the end, so it makes sense that they get to reroll their death saving throws. 14th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Round up your dexterity and constitution modifier, which will not only give you 19 AC with a shield, but also 17 more HP at this level since it scales retroactively. I know I pointed out Farfetch'd doesn't have great HP, but maybe your Farfetch'd just has a plus HP nature. That doesn't exist. Maybe you just gave it some HP ups. 15th level champions get superior critical, meaning you'll critically hit on an 18, 19, or a 20, which is a 15% crit chance without reckless attack, and probably like 30%, I think. I'm not a statistician, I'm a YouTuber. We're not good at math. 16th level fighters get another ability score improvement, our last one actually, so we'll push our AC 1 step higher with another constitution bump. It's also going to give you 19 HP, helping you stay in the fight a little bit longer. Just kidding, our capstone is actually the 4th level of Barbarian for our real last ability score improvement, buffing your constitution modifier higher for better AC, 20 more HP, and now it's time to admit something. This can also be a Leonidas build. I know I hate him, and I hate 300, and I don't want to make a Leonidas build, but if you stuck around after I dunked on your Muscle Man Eugenics movie, here's your reward. I also built Leonidas while building this. You're welcome. So now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how strong this hoplite is. First, you're a tank with 21 AC and over 200 HP, not to mention Danger Sense and Rage to keep damage from coming in. You're also dealing very consistent damage with a +9 damage modifier while you're raging. You can reroll 1 low damage roll per round, and you critically hit way more frequently. Finally, your physical stats are incredible, and you can even add half your proficiency bonus to the skills you're not proficient with. For weaknesses, your soft stats are bad, so psychic attacks in particular could be an issue. You also don't have any magical damage, so hitting a ghost type could be hard. Finally, exhaustion is rough, especially 3 levels of exhaustion, so maybe don't push your Pokemon too hard. Or your soldiers, if you're the turd from 300. Hopefully y'all had a good time with this video either way. Sometimes I need to do one for me so that I can keep making more for you. What will I do for episode 400? If I do Darkseid, I get to make fun of another Zack Snyder movie, so that sounds good. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon for this sheet and a whole bunch more, and sub to Tulok and Mango to watch the Speedwagon run of Pokemon Sword and Shield.